Hey, welcome back. This here is the little plug of the day, or for the way, I should say. But don't forget, you can save 15% off at Link. That's LINQ. And yes, you do have a link code, which is by the way, at checkout. And definitely, this is one thing that'll help you creators and businessmen and women of all just plug and connect the things that is right for you. Link has they have badges, they have stretch rubber bands, they have little tags that you can put on the back of your phone or wherever whatever you travel with, and they also have like actual digital business cards as well. So definitely by any means necessary, you got to get you a link, and hopefully it could definitely help plug the things that you need to plug. You know what I mean? So again, that's by the way at checkout, and save your 15%. Now, for those that would like to support the show, donate. It is more than appreciated, and I am so gracious for that you have no idea. If you would like to do so, you can definitely donate via PayPal at Wickush. That's WICKUSH. Again, if you would like to donate, support the show, we here. By the way, appreciate you. Real talk, real talk. And you can definitely do so via PayPal at Wickush, WICKUSH. Thank you. Let's get back to the show. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We're back, we're back, we're back. So I'm gonna get straight to it. I'm gonna treat this like a different session. I'm just gonna treat this different all around the board. First of all, welcome back. This is the 15th episode. I'm glad to see my people back. I do understand I took a break. I do want to give you consistency, the consistency that you would deserve, and I do value this. So I do want to. I'm here, right? So like, I'm here. So let's get to class. Let's get to it. First of all, hope everybody's doing well. Wish everybody the best. And yeah. So I've actually tried to record a few times this episode. A few things have been going on. A little turbulence, but we here, right? So yeah. So basically, I wanted to give a shout out, a respectful shout out to it's a music shout out to a good album, a great piece of work, something I've been listening to the last few days, and that, my friend, is Lloyd Banks. Go check out Lloyd Banks' album. The shit is amazing. The shit is amazing. I don't know how to say it any other type of way. This shit is amazing. You know, you get I feel like but then again, I ain't gonna say that, because he's put out projects. I must admit, I didn't really listen to his mixtapes and stuff of that nature. Like, I didn't. I don't know how, but I didn't. But I heard his solo project, his newest project now. I wish I could remember the name of it. I want to say it's COTI. What was it? What does that stand for? Something. Shit. You know what? Hold on. Wait. I know what it is. Give me a second. What the fuck is the name of that album? What's the name of that album? The Course of the Inevitable. The Course of the Inevitable. That's a dope ass album. The Course of the Inevitable by Lloyd Banks. And you all should definitely check that one out. He did his thing on that one. I gotta give it to him.
Yay, yay. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. Real talk. Um, one thing I've been realizing lately is that, there's been this term called momentary feelings, right? And people downplay momentary feelings, saying, I'm supposed to, I'm not gonna act, or I breathe, and all this other momentary feelings. But at the end of the day, we're an accumulation of everything. That's what we are. I feel like we live in a society where we're constantly suppressing things that we want to do. And one of the reasons I say this because I came to the conclusion that our nature is to expand in every form of the light, right? Is to expand. That's what we are. That's how our DNA works. That's how our mind works. That's how our body works. We want to reach out. We want to, even in intangible ways, not in just one way. So, we live in a world that's very constricting. Very, very, very constricting. We live in a world where people are necessarily fighting their desires and fighting their minds. And we don't live in a world that supports the expansion of new thought, the expansion of new ideas, new feelings. Even us ourselves, of what we let in is so manufactured. Even to the way we view love, to how we are loved. Like, we don't even understand. I ain't gonna say we. A lot of people don't understand. Like, there's so much more to life. There's so much more happiness. From one element I could talk about. Let's talk about relationships. Let's talk about how men aren't satisfied with one woman. Let's talk about how men like more than one woman. Let's talk about how women want to support a man to be his best self. Let's talk about a man having a mission that he wants to complete in life. Let's talk about a woman that wants to be in the midst of this man. And being that he's doing what he's doing, she wants to help him attain and work within what's going on. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about how relationships don't work. Let's talk about how people's feelings are too big for the relationships that they're in. Let's talk about how people's mindsets are too big for the relationships that they're in. Let's talk about people's desires are too big for the constraints or the expectations of another one based off how they view love. Let's talk about how people are suppressed. Let's talk about how people aren't really doing what they want to do. Let's talk about women, for example. Let's talk about the nature of women. Let's talk about the fact that women are intelligent beings, right? But let's also talk about men being intelligent beings, right? But let's also entwine that intelligent being with an animalistic nature. Because we are nipples, blood, sweat, semen, tears, hair. And we are that. The same as a hippo, a rhino. Now, a lot of people want to differentiate or minimize the value of a so-called animal's lifestyle. Animal, a non-human, basically. And I think that in turn it already fucks up. It's already a bad vision of how you view life, because humanity has this weird hierarchy when really they're not really controlling anything in their lives. They're just feeling good about being a human. feeling good about being a human. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having pride, or finding power, or admiration in what you are, right? But it's also something weird when you don't take admiration in other things as well. You exist in the balance of things just like other things exist in the balance of things, and that's just that. Back to relationships, back to people's feelings, back to how we're wired, back to our nature. Men don't want to do what men are doing. At one point in time, I had a conversation where I thought that I was saying black men aren't doing what they want to do. And being that I am a so-called black man myself, I speak from a perspective of myself. And being that black men are not doing what they want to do, nobody gives a fuck, right? Nobody gives a fuck that black men are not truly doing what they really want to do. But everybody thinks that everybody's doing what they want to do. And it's weird. And I think there's some black women that think black men are living a good life and comfortably, and are doing what they want to do, are happy in their relationship, are happy the way things are. And they're not, a lot of them conform to how things are. A lot of women today don't want to hear that it's funny, it's not even about women, it's about what is, right? And sometimes what is more so energy than anything, right? And sometimes when I look at a multi-woman relationship with one man, I see a team that has a common goal, right? Now, in today's society, there's a lot of women that want to combat that and say that they want a guy and another boyfriend too, when really they don't. They're just copying you. So let's talk about women in today's society copying men because they don't have any true desires of their own. Now, I want to say something. Number one, I love women. I love my beautiful lilies. I don't want anybody to think that I'm talking in a negative fashion or talking down on anyone. I'm just talking on what I see and what is today. And what I see is that we live in a world, right, where creativity is the key to a lot and has been the creator of a lot to a degree. I see women saying that they have men desires, but yet they can never be men or want to be men. They don't truly want to be men. And those that act like men aren't even desired by men, so therefore they're ostracized. So it's weird that men are in a constrictive society and women are in a repeating monkey see, monkey do type mindset. For example, all right, the average person today wants a business. As some people say, that's not a sex or man or woman thing, right? Okay, cool. But the purpose of life, when you really think about what's really going on, are we really supposed to be working? Are we really supposed to be spending our time trying to figure out a way to open a business? And then when you really think about a business, okay, let's think about a business, all right? So everybody wants to do a business. All right, cool. Now, everybody's business will be somewhat personal to that person, right? Now, a business isn't just something that you could just do. And business is things with registration, paperwork, certifications, updates, keeping things updated. Businesses have different businesses have different code ethics, different things with businesses, right? Then on top of that, there's a lot of things that thwart the progression and growth of businesses in the first place. So you're going against the system to a degree with your business, because there are things set in place that want to maintain a certain status quo. All right. So let's talk about purpose and what people really want to do. And even if we don't, before we even talk about that, let's talk about societal norms. Let's talk about how things are somewhat, not just somewhat, let's talk about how the world is boring. Let's talk about how people want to have more sexual experiences. Let's talk about how people want to meet people that they don't know. Let's talk about how people want to have more friends. Let's talk about how people want to learn more. Let's talk about how people want to become more familiar with different lands and different herbs and different waterfalls and different animals. Let's talk about how people get up and travel. They're not governed by electronic alarm clocks. They wake up when they feel the sun. Like sometimes I feel like sometimes I've gotten away from my utopia talk, and I don't ever want to get away from that, because I know that things can be improved on all fronts, all areas, all standpoints, and knowing that, I'm always reach for that, because that's the only thing to look to. This intangible goal. Not sure how to get there, but just knowing that there's a possibility of it. This world is very constricting. Now let's talk about things that we want to do. Let's talk about how you wake up every day and majority of you all have bills. So with bills, there comes an anticipation of getting $1 to prepare yourself for those bills, to have a house, to have a certain sense of resources. But what if all of that was changed? What if the resources were free? What if the time was free? What if the knowledge was free? What if we noticed that we have nothing else to do on this motherfucker but die? So we just live it better. Instead of children being born into a world where they're ostracized, their mind is like, it's like, I said this once before about the essence or just the concept of nakedness. And nakedness has been deemed with such vile and dirty negative connotations. When you put clothes on a child, when you clothe and cover their body, you also clothe and cover parts of their mind. As any person, clothing is a psychological thing as well. As I said in previous pods, which I'll touch briefly on just now, not to sound like a broken record, but just to make sure that we truly know what we're talking about, is that what the fuck was I just saying? The fuck was I just saying? Shit just got by me. Oh well. It'll come back to me. But basically, what I'm saying is that to be able to wake up and accomplish a goal, to be able to wake up and build a home, that you've been building, an irrigation system that you've been working on with your cousins. You wake up every morning, you make your smoothie, and you get to a forest, or you get to a field, or you get to a mountain, or a waterway, or a lake, something that you've been working on. An anti-gravity device of food that grows and flowers that you tend to every morning. These are the ways, and this is the way I believe life is supposed to go, rather than waking up for a paycheck. There is no such thing. Well, there is a such thing, but it's all faltered. I think I might call this one utopia breaking the matrix. Because these things that we do that are boring, that do not suit us, are empty. You know, money filters our lifestyle. Money is a middleman. And then it moderates our enjoyment by putting 2 weeks, time frames in between checks, values upon things. Imagine getting up every day and going to a field and picking exactly what you want. You don't even need a refrigerator. And everybody else does too. And those same mornings you pick are the same mornings you got up and you planted a tree that you have been working on, a peach tree, or you tended to a tree that you have been helped nurturing and grow. And vice versa, those are the same people in your neighborhood. It's a continuation of endless food, endless energy. It's just a flip of a button and everybody can have anything. Flip of a button and everybody in one city can have electricity. We have wind turbines that make electricity on a daily basis and nobody has to do anything. You paying the bill does not make electricity. Your electricity is going to be there regardless. You paying the bill just moderates whether you enjoy it or experience it or not. So it's the cutoff of the resource to you. But if the technology was there for everybody, which it technically is, it's just not readily available because everything is commercialized. I'm just stretching my neck. So yeah, like your life has been taken away from you for money, which means it's fucking nothing. People kill each other over money. Money means nothing. Apes act the same way over pebbles, over tokens, over coins, for bananas, for food. It's the same fucking thing. They can tell us it's Bitcoin and we can't even touch it and we'll still fight over it. Like, people gotta wake the fuck up. Women, I know some of you all can accept it, and some of you all are listening to me like, what the fuck is he talking about? But yeah, most men, not most men, men don't want to do what they're doing right now. It's so weird. It's so weird. You know, it's so weird. Let's talk about this. As a black person, we always blame white people, right? As a white person, they blame certain things about how things go, right? But both parties don't really control everything, right? Which is cool, and we get that. It always makes me wonder about the third party, because aliens always come into play, right? I've seen this world be ran in ways with discipline and togetherness that I didn't believe that humanity could play out. I didn't, I see so much low vibrational thoughts and actions from humanity and intentions and goals that some of those things they blow my mind that they're actually carried out, because I think that they're beyond human consumption at times. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. Hey, let's give another shout out to y'all, man. I fuck with y'all, man. I really do. Y'all come back, y'all listen. And like I said, I try to give y'all the best me that I can, and this is my show. This is Planet BHC in so many ways. Even though this is the By the Way podcast, don't get it twisted. You are right now on Planet BHC. We feel differently when there's more of us around. Our households, our families should be so much bigger. Babies should grow up and have multiple teachers without ever leaving their mother. Babies should grow up and have multiple teachers without ever leaving their mothers. I'm going to say that one more time. Babies should grow up having multiple teachers without ever having to leave their mothers. Don't get me wrong, they will leave their mothers at times. There is definitely growth and healthy forms of separation and growth, of course. But I'm saying in today's society, things are not natural or healthy for children or mothers. And today's society, I'm not going to talk about today's society because we already know. I'm going to talk about what should be. When a woman has a child, she should be able to teach that child. She should be able to be with that child. She shouldn't be worried about money. She shouldn't be worried about anything. And vice versa for a man. A man shouldn't be worried about money. Society has so many things messed up. So she should be able to teach that child how to grow plants, how to meditate, how to speak properly, how to count, science, magnetism, water flow, gravity, light, UV rays, seed germination, sexual reproduction, sexual energy, nature of energy, nature of electrons, defense, how to defend yourself, how to feed yourself, how to build a home. These are things that matter. These are things that, and I believe as we build skills, as we build upon technology, we can pass that on to children. And they can grow into a world that suits them, that is ready for them, and they can take their mind and even push it further even if they want. But we don't live in a world that does that. And that's the problem. That is exactly the problem. I don't want to focus on problems. It just so happens that we live in a constricting world where problems are in a revolving numeric mechanism that's systematic, so it's bound to happen. We just act dumb and ignore the habits and ignore the patterns that are in our faces. But I believe it takes extra brain power to be a little bit more, to move outside of the box. Fellas, I love you all. What does that mean? I magnate to you all. I too would like to work out with you. I too would like to find out my strengths and my weaknesses with you. I too would like to challenge of no matter what it is. I too would like to play basketball with you. I too would like to box with you. I too would like to build with you. I too would like to protect and defend with you. I too want to. Too many niggas are dying and not living. We don't even know what real living looks like, where we fall out. Imagine thousands of people on a sunset, falling out ass naked on lush green on top of hills and mountains. Thousands of people falling because we damn near had the most fun, and we played all fucking day, and we're so tired and our bellies are so full and everybody's so happy and so protected and everything is growing and is in a loving light, and the stars just shine, and we see the planets, and there's conversation, and there's people sleeping, and there's music being played, and there's some fires, and it's the ending of the day for the next day, and everything is just different. We never lived in a world like that. We always lived in a world where we look for protection. We look in the need for protection. We live in a world that's harsh, even harsh on our feet. We can't walk outside and walk on lush green. We're in a concrete jungle. So with these things, take on a toll, you can't just walk or run on cement. But in the field, women and men could run, ass and titties would be jiggling, smoothies would be made, children would be learning, people wouldn't be looking at people's bodies and negative notions, and people not only exposing their bodies but also expose their minds, and people would be more honest, people would be more helpful, life wouldn't be wasted, people wouldn't be walking around what's going on or doubting themselves or having self issues or self-esteem issues. They would know what it is and what it ain't, and they would know what energy is, and everything would be much more better and much more fulfilling. But we don't live in a world like that. But we can. And we will. I want to say I'm going to try my best because I feel sparked inside to do these more and more often. But I am going to say I don't want to burn myself out. When it is what it is, it is. So, Iwi, motherfucker, it is what it is. But I want to say this before I get out of here. Even though I know I haven't been here super long, and I apologize, but trust me, I'll be back. You ain't got to worry about shit. I want you to focus on what you got to do. I still got to get me some more moringa, but I have started on this. Not Irish. It's sea moss. I don't know what type it is. I should look it up. I should get it. It's a number, and I'm gonna give it a call. But I started on the sea moss, and I've looked into just the benefits of sea moss, doing my reading, and I like what I hear. So before I get into all of that, I just want to read my body. I want to take my time, stay hydrated. I actually have my coconut water here and everything. It's nothing new. Same old program. Beautiful, different day. And I'm just staying vigilant, staying aware of my mind, my body, my life, my trajectory. And I hope you're doing the same. Stay vigilant. Continue to strengthen yourself, your body, your arms, your shoulders, your back, your calves. Work on the areas you don't. Make sure you get, I don't care if you got to get on all fours and do backwards kicks, or bend over and do backwards kicks, or do toe touches and high kicks, and feel your, stretch, feel that pulse throughout your legs. Do some splits as much as you can. I'm not saying I'm out here doing splits like that. I try every now and then, but I'm not doing splits. Let's get that understood. But there's nothing wrong with stretching and feeling like you could try it. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm saying. Staying loose, staying strong, staying hydrated, staying your best self. And I noticed one thing I've been saying lately is going where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Being where you're celebrated, not tolerated. And being your best version and giving your all. But understanding that, your all isn't for everything. Your all is for a specific few things. It's up to you to find those things, but really don't worry. As long as you do you, those things will find you, because they're just trying to do them, and you're the do that they've been looking for their whole life, and you've been doubting that do because it hasn't been fitting in other shoes and other spectrums and other rhythms. But you'll find your pattern, and don't worry. And that goes for love, friendships, careers, fucking happiness. I don't give a fuck what it is. You know, you can't forget you. You have to understand who you are, and understand you are breathing. Just breathe, and that's you. How you think, how you be, how you eat, that's you. And be that. And there's nothing wrong with understanding that will grow into something. You will never stay the same. But you have to have somewhere to grow. I have to have a trajectory. You have to have a footing to push yourself off to go somewhere. Unless you can find a way. But even still, Superman himself has to push away from a certain electrical spectrum that he has access to that others don't. But at the same day, it's still propulsion. You're propelled forward. And you have to find a grounding in an intangible manner within yourself to push yourself in any direction that you choose to go. Nobody else can ever say that, or have any say so on what that direction is, because, like I always say, it's your journey. So any last few things I could definitely say is try to stay on your tea game. Get you some nice teas. Do your research on your tea. I'm taking a moringa, an organic moringa tea, Moringa. I'm also taking moringa, the powder, as well. Superfood. I could get some stuff on it, but I'm not gonna go there right now. But I also will say this. I have mixed my moringa with turmeric. So I put my turmeric powder, which is orange, and my moringa powder, which is green. I mix it in very well, and it overall is still green. So, but yeah, I do that with a shot of fresh squeezed orange juice in the morning, because the acidity in the orange juice breaks it down. And it breaks down anyway, but with water it can get a little clumpy, and you don't want those. Plus, the orange juice and the acidity not only breaks it down, but washes with the flavor. Water can make it, exasperate the flavor and make it clumpy in your mouth and just make it a horrible experience. So I do not suggest you do water at all. And even still, do not do cold water. If you are going to do some type of water, make sure it's a warm water. But if that's the case, just do it with tea. But more importantly, I haven't really taken my powders with tea. I don't really do that. I take it with juice. But my teas, teas work really well. I want to talk about teas for a quick second. Teas have the ability to just give you just the pure essence. It puts it in your body. Some teas can be high in, good in minerals, but since tea is more so of it stains the water of an essence that is good for your overall health. It doesn't really come with a full body mineral base, protein base substance for you to digest, but it does in a way, because it still stains the water with the beneficial things that you need. So a good tea has the ability to strengthen your bones. A good tea has the ability to strengthen your hair or help your hair grow. A good tea has the ability to cleanse your skin. A good tea has the ability to help you with your blood flow. Even with organs, the cleaning and the flushing of organs. So a good tea can do things like that. May not necessarily help you with, building muscle, but a good tea can help you with the ability to hold on to more proteins, because it can help flush out and help, rejuvenate certain enzymes within the body that can, boost certain things that you're trying to do. So a good tea can be a good booster, a good natural toner that just strengthens what you naturally are. And that's all I can say about a good tea. Maybe I'll call this a good tea, who knows? But more importantly, I myself, I got to get back on my workouts. I kind of had some moments where I slept incorrectly out of town a few weeks ago, and I had some sore wrists that actually are healed back up now. But within that time frame, I gave myself just time to chill and heal, and I did so. But I think it's time to get back to where I need to get back to. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Looking forward to it. So I too want to suggest you too get on what you need to get on, and be your best self. That always goes without saying. So yeah. Let me see where we at with it. Hey, I don't know. I'm actually a few times I've actually looked for if Rory and Maul were gonna do something from the JBP. I thought they were going to do something. I still check every now and then. If they do, by all means, somebody let me know. That's something I try to, looking forward to, because I still like good energy. You know what I'm saying? Especially something that with a good vibe. And then if I could learn something from it, then I'm all aboard. Like I said, I'm a philomath. Excuse me, philoman. First and foremost, because I love learning. Without learning, what do we have in my eyes? Not much. That's just how I gauge it. But I'm not gonna keep y'all. I did what I had to do. I'm back. I want you all to understand, I'll always be here for you. Ladies, don't hate me. By all means, I want to leave this last little bit. I want to say this. I'm gonna speak from my perspective, and hopefully you can understand what I'm trying to say. I'm in a position, right? And in my position, sometimes I notice I can get besides myself. I can get ahead of myself. I can forget how special things are, and I can realize that sometimes I myself cannot create the things that I use, the things that I share, or the things shared with me. So sometimes I need to be reminded of a humbleness. Even anything as simple as a cell phone. You can argue, you can fight on a cell phone, you can do a lot of things over a cell phone. But at the end of the day, you don't know how to build a cell phone. And some of us are like, oh shit, doesn't matter. I don't care. Okay. Well, you probably don't understand this conversation. You shouldn't be in it. But what I'm saying is that over time there comes a certain sense of recognition of how special something is, and understanding that you didn't create something. That's also the notion as far as death. Some people don't like taking life because they didn't make it. Some people won't take a life because they don't know how to make a body. And if they did, maybe they would. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that, and some people don't feel that way at all, obviously. So, but I believe there's a certain sense of humbleness when you realize how special something is. You understand the magnitude of something that is in fruition, in existence, that wasn't done by you, but you see the intricacies of it, and it could even be a person. And I think that sometimes, being that be very eager to want to learn, to want to attain, to not be so not be in the shade of things. You want to be in the light of things. You want to learn. Sometimes that eagerness can have us get besides ourselves. And sometimes we can act in ways that we shouldn't even have the audacity of acting. And it takes a certain sense of wisdom, a certain sense of self-awareness to even check yourself to even do that. One thing I notice is that sometimes women's mindsets don't really support that type of functioning, and some do. That's why some women. That's why I was gonna say, like, I don't want to talk on women as a bad thing, because there's these things out there called angels, right? Those are the women that are very rarely seen. Those are the ones that think, feel in such balance and just a way of just beauty. It's hard to explain. Sometimes, actually, it doesn't have to be explained. It's all in the vibe. Some women's natural, gorgeous beauty with a natural, gorgeous mind, with a natural, gorgeous heart, and intrinsically infused, creating a natural goddess beast of understanding, of divine thought, idea. It's very rare that people come into contact with those women. And those women are to be worshipped, are to be loved, are to be nurtured, are to be enjoyed, are to be tasted, are to be felt, are to be heard, are to be smelt, are to be washed, bathed, massaged, fed, tended to, protected, enriched, stimulated in every way possible. So, and based off who they are, it'll happen because that's who they are. There's nothing else to do and be. I believe there's a lot of learning for a lot of us. And just like there's not all guys are the same. But I do believe there is an expansion because the way the things aren't working. And people see and know it. But people believe that it benefits them. And the people that it benefits are people with money and people with ass and titties that work it, right? But at the end of the day, both parties that work off those notions find themselves in a place where those things have burnt out, or those things have created emptiness, or no true connection. True connection is everything, you know. So it is what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. You all keep your head up, keep your wings flapping, and things will happen. And as long as you sing magic, you'll cling and clap it. And most of these immaculate things that happen, that you see in your dreams, no capping. I ain't like that last one. But yeah, we here though. I magnate you, you magnate me. Let's get it. Just that by the way. Yay. And stay hydrated, you know. Do them push-ups. Moringa Haritaki, Haritaki. That there can help detox, clean, purify your blood, put more oxygen in your blood, make you more intelligent, clean your gut, help the flow of your spinal, cerebral fluid, as well as your blood cells, your sperm cells, your rejuvenation of your body, the restoration of your body, the electrolytes in your body. It just helps you all around, and it also gets rid of parasites. There's a lot for you. And more importantly, just that by the way. Yeah.